Hi everyone, and welcome back to Cryptonatic. Well, today I've got some great stuff lined up for you. I'd like to speak about Bitcoin and where we're heading and what's going on, just a bit of an update on the market in general. We've had quite a nice run up over the last week or two, and I'd like to discuss that and maybe why this is happening and what makes it so different. And also the altcoins, the other projects like Ethereum, Litecoin, they seem to be lagging behind a bit, and like to discuss that as well. And then also ETFs, they're making great headlines and causing a lot of ructions and speculation in the market, and also touch on that. And then end off with a comparison to gold. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen this post or this picture before. Doing its rounds on the internet, and really just what it is and what it could mean, etc. So for my channel, you can subscribe, but I try to basically just get out content and make people aware of things. I am by no means any professional by any means, but I just try to learn from other people and then also convey that information to you so that you can do your own research. I'm based here in South Africa, and there's a lot less innovation here than I believe there is in some other countries, and I'm just trying to get that info out. There's a trader that's really knows his stuff, called Alessio, and I follow him lately and I've been watching his videos. It's very technical analysis orientated, but also be sure to check him out. It's just someone that I follow and that I really enjoy. And then I also recently watched a video from Ready Set Crypto about the ETFs, and that's also a great video that you can go just search on YouTube and go find it. And then one more thing before I get into everything, someone asked me on a group where's updates on a post that I made. Now, I post my videos on a few groups just to get it out there and spread the information, but on my Cryptonatic Facebook group, there I'm much more active, and I've got a lot more stuff going on there. I also ran a poll the other day about doing this video, and then another one about types of projects that you could look to buy into and my opinions on that. So also stay tuned for that. Okay, so Bitcoin, we've had quite a nice run up since about the middle of July. It's been about a 35% run up, which has been great. And there's also many key areas that we've broken through, which is great to see. And that's this wedge and this downtrend that we formed for the past few months of this year, as well as this pink line here is a bit of resistance over here, and then it also formed support at this level, which is about $7,800, and we've also broken past that, as well as this blue line, which is the 200-day moving average, and previously it's formed quite good support and a good indication of staying above that is very bullish. But if we break down below that, we could see some more downside. Um, the other projects like Ethereum has also broken out of this wedge, but also kept its trend line, but it's not doing much and it's still going sideways. We see basically the same thing in Litecoin. It's broken out of this falling wedge, but not doing too much. Similar with Neo, similar with Omisa Go, similar with Cardano, and then Stellar is actually doing quite well, and I've recently added that to my portfolio, but it's actually breaking out with some good volume, so this is also a good indication. And generally, I believe we have hit a bottom, but there's still many aspects that can play a big role, like the ETFs, like all these things, and we still need to be cautious. It's very positive. The sentiment and the feel in the market is very positive, but it's not yet all systems go. Now, I want to quickly run through a few different ETFs, and I know that there's a lot of confusion with ETFs. Now, last year, February to March or so, the Winklevoss twins actually wanted to, or put in a proposal for an ETF. And a lot of what happened then is happening now. And that's around about the time that I entered this Bitcoin cryptocurrency space. A lot of people, as you can read here, said that this will make that a lot of people will buy into cryptocurrencies, the floodgates will open, as they say, and money will start pouring in. And if you look at the charts here, you'll see that there was quite a nice run up leading up to the decision that was to be made in March. So this was quite a nice run up, and then they got rejected, and we had quite a crash in price of about 30%, which is crazy. But you can see that that didn't stop it at all. From those lows until the highs of the year, we reached 20 times that price. So we don't need an ETF. There's also many other ETFs that have been filed or submitted to the SEC, but have been declined and are still on ice and has not had a decision yet. We have the NYSE that has submitted an ETF. Also, there are many speculations and much news about the extension of the ETF date, and here we see that with a decision for the SEC to approve this ETF is not the same one that everyone, or that's so important, which is the CEOB and the FunEC and SolidX ETF. Now, I don't want to spend too much time and let this video run on for too long, but you can see that there are many different ETFs that are being submitted for proposal, and which is good. You can see that there are many different investment and financial services and trusts or firms that want to submit their ETFs, that want to get this thing on the go, so that many different people from different backgrounds can invest into Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in a safe way. Then the biggest one is the CBOE ETF, and that's the one that has the most promise. Now, that could potentially still be extended, and at the moment we're looking at a decision by August, but has been extended or could be extended a bit further. But as they say here, even if it gets confirmed, it will only be tradable from 2019. There's also a great guy here on Twitter that really outlined a few different things speaking about the ETFs, and again, I'm also learning about this stuff. I'm not too clued up with the financial services and that sort of thing, but do go have a look and pause the video, go search these guys, go search these links and read up more about it, because there's actually so much, and it's not just a simple approve, don't approve, and the price will skyrocket if it gets approved, or the price will go to zero if it gets or if it doesn't get approved. We saw here that even if the price or the ETF doesn't get approved, the price can still run up, which I believe will happen. The ETF will be declined. We might see a bit of a crash. That's not too bad. People can actually buy in, and cryptocurrency doesn't need an ETF at the moment. Here is another company, Bitwise, that wants to propose an ETF for the top 10 cryptocurrencies. So it's all about awareness and more people getting into it. We also have DataDash, Nicholas Merton from DataDash, that proposed or made a statement the other day that if we just get 1% of the global pension market, that is already a cryptocurrency can get an exposure of $413 billion, which at the moment is much more than the current market cap of all cryptocurrency. And with the adoption and more people using it, we can see that that is what will drive the prices of all cryptocurrencies to rise. Europe is now using cryptocurrency, or you can use cryptocurrency to pay for goods and services like Amazon, Uber, Stellar that I spoke about just earlier, is having partnerships with different countries to use their blockchain system, and the list goes on. So that is what will drive up price, and what I believe is the main driving force behind cryptocurrencies. Then the gold versus Bitcoin comparison. Now, I did some research, and I wanted to find out more about this, and would an ETF actually cause something like this, and how reliable is this comparison really? And I went onto a chart, and this runs, it's basically the same that we have here. This runs from 1975 or 1970s up until now, and that's over a 40 year gap, which is insane. And at the moment, if we would have a rise in price and prices to run up, this would be over a span of 2 or 3 years, which is crazy to see the differences. So I don't know how much weight you can put into the gold comparison. Surely an ETF will push up the prices, but also we have cryptocurrencies that in a much shorter space can run up and crash, and also run up much more than what any asset class has ever done in history. So be careful with and just take anything on the internet as something that's true, and do your research. There's a lot of excitement. I'm really excited about the next year, few months, 5 years of cryptocurrency. There's a lot of innovation, and I still believe it is the future. So that's all for this video. I hope it helped, and it gave you a bit of more understanding to this whole space. But also let me know down below in the comments if you have any suggestions of videos, or what you think about all the speculation about the ETFs. But until the next video, I will see you then, and I hope you all enjoy your day. Cheers.